Hi, this is Joe Murray, getting ready for my Capstone Gift Program 2016. I have my niece, Faith Howell, helping me out, and I also have my nephew on camera, Nick Kazaza. Faith came to me about a month ago. She had some anterior hip pain on the left. She's a cross-country runner in her senior year, and she really wanted to complete her year as best she could without pain. So we just started playing around with all of the new techniques and assessment tools that the gift program has given me, and this is kind of what we came up with. She became my capstone. So we're going to go through a couple of the movements. We did much more in depth when we were first doing this. It was about a month ago, I think. She's doing a lot better, and we're really happy she's contributing really well to her cross-country team. So, what we're going to do to start with is show you a couple of things in the lunge matrix. We're going to start with a frontal plane. Faith, if you could just do to the side with a reach back to the opposite direction, just so we can see that. Do about 4 or 5 of them in a row. Okay. So whichever direction you want, we can see we're looking for that right hip going out. Good. Little lateral tilt of the pelvis. Good. Now we'll go to the other side. Going to the left now. Same thing. And we can see that left hip doesn't come up quite as nicely as the other side. So we know we have some stickiness in the frontal plane. Something that we may want to address. This left side, this left anterior side, is our problem side. The area that is painful when she runs. Okay, now we're going to have her turn to the side so she can show you her sagittal plane, her anterior chain. Faith, whenever you're ready, whatever leg you want, go ahead anterior, front, and reach up overhead. Try to look up at that ceiling. Good, we're looking for that nice curve. Okay, from the bottom here, all the way up through the hands. Good, let's try the other side. Good, we notice a little instability with that. Okay, more than anything, what we're noticing is the heels are popping off early. So Faith, let's try a couple more on each side and try to keep your heel down. Okay, try to keep your heel down. So you're going to go forward, same motion. We're going to try to keep this back heel down as best you can. Okay, so we see that popping off pretty early. Let's try a couple on the other side to compare. Okay, certainly pops off, but can keep it down a lot easier. So we notice that left side, okay, front hip is the painful one on the left side, and that heel pops off pretty early in her anterior chain. Okay, so for the sake of this capstone, we're really going to focus on those two things. Really the thing we're going to FMR is that calcaneus and that calf area. So if we could come over here, Nick, and we have a homemade assessment tool. We've got a couple of yardsticks going out to the side. We're going to have Faith put her left foot right here, and we're going to just have her reach in the frontal plane, okay, just to see what kind of motion she has and stability she has through this left hip. So Faith, if you can take that position with your left foot, good, and do the best you can. You're going to reach as far as you can across. Yep, there you go. And we notice we lost our balance. Now, good. Faith, let's go till we don't lose our balance. Good. We're going to just check the numbers. Go ahead and get a couple of reps in. Good. We're about 21 inches on this side. And keep going. A couple of reps. And we're about 19 inches on this side. So 21. Okay. Reaching out. And about 19 across. Good. Hey, we're also going to assess her sagittal plane motion, which we saw that heel come off early. So we're going to put her to the 0 line right here with the toes. We're going to put her in a transitional motion right here, transitional position. We're going to have her keep her hands level with this backboard. Faith, if you could step over there just for right now. Hands level with this backboard, and we're going to have her reach forward as far as she can. I'll be moving the hoop there. What we're really going to look at is when her heel comes off the ground. So we're going to see how far she can reach, and we'll move that. Faith, go ahead and take your position. And good, toes are lined up right there, perfect. You're going to put this right foot out in front, good. You're going to put this hand right up here like this, and just reach this hand. You can move that one back. as far as you can forward.
Without lifting
Good.
my heel?
You're going to do your best you can. We want to see that heel come off first. So go as far as you can, as far as you can. Good. Keep going. We want lots of motion. Good. Lots of motion. Keep going. Good. Try to keep that heel down as long as you can. Good. Keep the heel down. Keep that heel down. Can you reach that? Reach that. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Okay. Keep going. One more. Good. Not bad. Right? So we're right at the end here, 36. So we'll probably have to move that other yardstick up. So we're getting to about 36. What we're going to do now, okay, is go right into our treatment. We know we want to keep that heel on the ground. Faith, if you could stand right here, okay? Your left heel is going to be right here. Your right one is going to go out here. Right foot, yep, a little bit further. Good. We're going to go through that same motion that we just did in terms of measurement and assessment. And we're going to focus on this back foot staying down. Okay, we want that to stay down so she can load all of this, okay, and take pressure off of that anterior hip. So we're going to go ahead and have Faith do a little bit of a running tight position, okay, where she's reaching across, let me show you here, Nick, reaching across or out and across, okay, to get this all going forward, and we're going to look at keeping her heel on the ground. That's all we're doing. Okay, so Faith, if you could just go ahead and do that, okay. Get a rhythm going. Yep. You can load that front leg. You can go right into it. Perfect. And what I'm going to focus on, and Nick, I need you to zoom in on this area or get a little closer. What I'm going to focus on is this transitional zone right here. We want to have calcaneal inversion, right? And we want to have this tibia externally rotate. Okay? You feeling a calf stretch at all with that, Faith? Go ahead forward.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead forward. So we want this calf to be nice and flexible. Okay, when she's getting ready to push off of it, we want it to lengthen and load. And so all I'm doing as she's reaching, okay, is I'm helping her keep this foot down, okay, on the ground as long as I can, and I'm helping this calcaneus, okay, to go like this, okay, to go this way so that she is inverted. We want a solid foot to push off of, so that inversion is essential. Okay, inversion here, okay, that inversion, since you have the malleoli on either side, is going to cause this tibia, okay, as a torque converter to externally rotate, giving her a nice, stable push off, right? Something stable to push off of, okay? Let's do a couple of those, okay? About 10 or 15 more. Let's really get this stretched out. Faith, do you have any pain in the front of your hip right now?
No.
Okay? Initially, when we did this, okay, a month ago, Faith, when we went into this position, would experience some discomfort through that hip flexor area. Okay? As we have mobilized this and as she has done her home exercise program, stretching this calf out, she has noticed a lot less discomfort and strain on the hip flexor because she's gained flexibility and the ability to load this to take pressure off of this. Okay, she's done a good job with her homework. Good, let's do 10 more.
Okay.
Get really into it, really into it, really into it. Good, good, good. Keep her going, keep her going. Don't be afraid of it. There we go. Good, good. Okay. Now, we did not do any frontal plane motion or stretching with the hips. So we're going to focus on that one maneuver, okay, and we're going to measure her just right here and her ability now, after doing some FMR, her ability to reach further without that heel coming off. Okay, so we want to go ahead and get you into the same position. Okay, yep, there you are. We're going right there, level with the backboard, and you're just going to reach forward. Good, 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 keep going. Good, keep going. Good. Really good. Keep going. Let's go till you can't go anymore. Okay, that's probably about it. You can see we were right about 36 before, And, you know, I don't have it measured, and I would probably just take this up here. Okay. So we got another 8 inches or 10 inches there. So that's obviously an improvement with her ability to load that back leg, okay, have a nice stable push off so that it takes pressure off of this. Thank you, Faith. We would definitely, in terms of a treatment plan for Faith and what she's been doing a lot of stretches for her calf. Okay, one of the stretches that I wanted to show you was one we gave her the first day. She couldn't get into this position without having discomfort here. So we had to bring her out of this more aggressive position, and we put her into a little bit more of an upright position to take the pressure off of this and get the calf stretched. So let's use the step over here. Faith, you're just going to put a hand here. You're going to put your, go ahead right up on there. You're going to focus on this. You can put this foot even right in front. Okay, and what we did was focus on a running type motion with her hand and her trunk. So we asked her to do, you can hold on for balance if you need to, or just drive it. Just drive it. Drive it. So she's getting the stretch we want down here, okay, on the calf. And since we've put her in an upright position, instead of that trail leg being way behind her, now she has the stretch where we want it, down in the calf, and not up in the hip flexor. She was complaining of that the first time. Now it's no problem for her. Okay, we did have her go in a couple of different planes of motion. So a progression to this, potentially, other than getting the leg back further, is let's drive that arm even further up in the sagittal plane. So let's just wing it. Instead of coming right here, let's just wing it and look up at the ceiling. Wing it and look up at the ceiling. And don't fall over backwards. Good, so now we're starting to get into some more hip extension, a little more stress through that hip flexor, just by driving her trunk into extension and using that hand as a driver to create that momentum, okay? We could also go into the transverse plane and do a big reach across, okay? Big reach across, try a couple of those. Okay, so in terms of progressions or other things we could do and other things we did play around with that first day, these are some of the things. We used the trunk, okay, and drove it, but we really tried to keep the hip flexor from that real extended position. Okay, thank you. Good. Let's come right back over here to the center, and we'll wrap things up. Faith has done better with running, feeling better, right? Running a strong number 6 on the team. They're getting geared up for districts, and they're going to win that. In terms of more progressions that we would give her, we would definitely get a lot of hip flexibility involved. Every single plane of motion. She was pretty unstable, okay, especially when we drove her transverse and when we drove her frontal plane. So those are a part of her home program as well. Stability, create that motion, but then gain some stability through all of that motion. She has gotten better. She's going to continue to get better. And I think what we recognize through all of this is we have had a painful left front hip for quite a while. Okay? Years. We're talking years. She's had some other treatments. No success. Okay? The problem was we were all looking at the hip and not at the things causing the extra strain on the hip. Her number 1, her biggest rock, right there at the calf, noticeable improvement immediately, day 1, and now as she's working on it, she's getting faster and she has less pain. So, that'll wrap things up. I can't thank Faith enough, and we are so happy to everybody in the gift program and DT and Gary for teaching us the things that we need to do to help our best buddies in the world out. So, thanks a lot and have a good day.